Hey guys, All in Crypto here, and welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, for another YouTube video. I hope you've all had an amazing week so far. Today, guys, we're going to be diving into a much requested project, and that project is, of course, Coti. Coti have been in the news recently due to the fact that they are the official issuer of DJED, a Cardano stablecoin that I believe is going to play a key role in not only the Cardano DeFi space, but the payment space as a whole, in much the same way that we largely use Tether and USDC, not just in the DeFi protocols, the lending, borrowing protocols like Compound, you can lend and earn, or things like Uniswap to actually make swaps and use that coin for liquidity. We also see it being heavily used by people that trade, etc., etc. So this is a significant task that Coti have been assigned for, but Coti itself is actually a very, very impressive cryptocurrency, and we're going to get into that in this video. I think many people have completely aped into this cryptocurrency without actually understanding what it is. So hopefully in this video we are going to get to that, and towards the end we are going to look at the price, we're going to take a look at the charts. Really, this is just a baby project, and I believe there's still quite a lot of upside to come. We will take a look at some of the tokenomics, like the total supply, how we're not even at half of the total supply is actually in circulation at the moment, and what the potential upside could be for this project as an investment. As a trader, it really is what it is. You're going to take profits when you do, but as from an investment point of view, right from the outset, I will say that this is a solid project. They've been about since 2017. I believe they were on Ethereum prior. We are going to discuss something that I'm not really sure about, and that is Coti an ERC20 token, or is it its own blockchain on Trust? I can't remember what their TrustNet, I believe, or Trust Chain. I believe they may be their own blockchain that has bridges to other blockchain networks. We are going to cover that towards the end of the video, but where we're going to start, guys, is with what Coti is, and we're going to play this video. It's about 3 minutes long, guys. We'll discuss it. We'll go over some more features of Coti. You want to look at Coti as kind of like an Apple Pay with extra capabilities. That's kind of what they are. They're a payment system that is looking to knock down borders, to be a borderless payment system that can essentially do something similar to what Kyber Network planned on doing, where you can pay with whatever you want. They'll deal with the middle bit, and your merchant will receive whatever they want, and it will do it seamlessly and borderlessly. Let's play the video, and then let's do some sort of thinking on it after.
What do you see when you picture the world in 20 years' time? Self-driving cars? Holograms in our homes? Instant payments using a single unified currency for all online transactions? With the invention of Coti, this is exactly what we're doing.
Coti represents the next generation of digital currencies. This is a currency and a payment platform that is simple, transparent, trustworthy, instant, and scalable.
Coti is a next-generation payment network that is supported by a native digital currency. Coti has developed a payments transaction network that will vastly improve the online payments experience for both buyers and sellers. We've seen in transportation Uber take on the incumbents, Airbnb takes on the lodging industry, and Spotify makes new waves in the music industry. The payments industry is ripe for transformation.
We have built a blockchain that is the fastest, most scalable blockchain to date. In our network, there are mediators resolving disputes with a delegated proof of stake. We are a tech company that has built a base protocol called Trust Chain that incentivizes good network behavior. Our first implementation of Coti's Trust Chain protocol is the payment industry. This is a $2 trillion industry that hasn't innovated or changed for more than 30 years. It is ripe for innovation. It is ready for the taking.
The system is built on incentives. We reward good behavior to the point that an honest and transacting person will be able to move through the system with extreme fluidity and almost no cost.
By far the majority of digital currencies were not designed with their primary use case being to facilitate retail payments. The differentiator for Coti is that payments is our primary use case. At Coti, we pulled together a group of hand-picked specialists who have a depth of experience in the payment space, in the banking space, and in blockchain technologies. Our team at Coti spans 4 continents and is led, backed, and advised by a team of people who have over 80 years of experience in the payment space. At Coti, we are first and foremost a technology company. Our focus has been on creating a cluster, a base-level protocol using directed acyclic graph structures. What this has enabled us to do is to develop a decentralized payment platform that is fraud-resistant and disruptive to the existing payment infrastructure.
Digital currencies show great promise, but they fail to serve the daily needs of consumers, and they are not fit for payments.
Coti is the missing piece of the puzzle.
Coti represents the next generation of digital currencies. It brings the current standards of the financial services industry into the digital sphere.
Payments of the future are going to be simple, secure, and most importantly, universally trusted. Come be a part of Coti, the currency of the internet.
Brilliant video, guys. That is a very good explanation for what it is. So the underlying blockchain is Trust Chain. Coti is built on top of it with the sole purpose of tackling payments, the payment industry, which is, like he said, a $2 trillion industry. They did mention that they were the most scalable blockchain to date. I think that video is about 3 years old. I don't think that's quite... they are exceptionally scalable. But are they the most scalable? I'm not so sure. But that's not to take away anything from this. This project is what I believe the future looks like. I think we are going to have interoperability globally with a basket of currencies and value systems. And Coti is trying to be the bridge to make that happen. They're very, very impressive. That we are going to dive into the partnership that they've recently gone into. Cardano have essentially chosen them to issue their degen stablecoin. Stablecoins are going to play a huge role in the Cardano DeFi space and actually could also enable a bridge into other spaces. So this is huge. I mean, there are one thing that is absolutely correct is the majority of cryptocurrencies was really the wrong word to call these blockchains. Something like Bitcoin, which is the most notable cryptocurrency it is, would be a horrific currency. You just couldn't use it. It's got like, 8 transactions per second? Something like that. It's not very high. I think Ethereum's around about 15 to 20. I think Bitcoin's around about 8 transactions per second. It wouldn't scale. You couldn't physically use it as a payment system without adding on an extra layer of capability. And this is where coins like Coti really step in. They're kind of similar to, I've invested in a project called Kyber Network, which essentially was very merchant friendly. You know, they deal with merchants. They mentioned Coti can process 100,000 transactions per second compared to 25,000 transactions per second in traditional payment systems and up to 20 transactions per second in common blockchain products. So they are extremely scalable, fit for purpose of a payment system. Coti users and merchants facing tools are seamless and extremely easy to use. So the wallet, by the way, guys, is very interesting. I've created myself a Coti wallet, which I'm not going to open in this video. Very easy to set up and allows you kind of access into their space. You know, these are some of the... Coti provides the 7 necessary elements for a perfect payment infrastructure. Coti provides the first ever dispute resolving system to safeguard users against error and fraud. And this is what I love about Coti. They're a decentralized payment system. The payment systems that we have at the moment are corrupt. There's no decentralized way to resolve issues such as disputes. Honestly, this is a very, very impressive blockchain. And you want to look at it as kind of like an Apple Pay, but with more capabilities and more... Apple Pay only really deals with currencies, as in fiat currencies, whereas Coti is bridging everything together. And it's very, very impressive. They are, I believe, their own blockchain. Please, somebody quote me on this, because I was trying to see... I know that they've got an ERC-20 contract here for your MetaMask. But I do believe they are their own blockchain that veers off into ecosystems like the Cardano one, for example. And with this degen stablecoin, in any DeFi system, like in Ethereum, you absolutely need a stablecoin. They're used universally, like I say, compound, you can earn interest on them. All your DeFi on Ethereum, some way, form or other, will have some sort of an interaction with a stablecoin, whether that be USDT or Tether. Cardano is going to need a stable coin in their ecosystem. And with Coti being the provider of this offers them some really good exposure. And this is a little Cardano ecosystem, the Coti ecosystem. It's kind of bridging the gap. I mean, this is huge. And one reason that this news was so exceptional for Coti was it just shows that how much trust, there's got to be a level of accountability and impressiveness for Cardano to choose Coti as their issuer of their DGen stablecoin. The DGen stablecoin, by the way, in itself, an algorithmic stablecoin, very interesting. I read the paper. I don't have a tech background, I have a medical background, or a healthcare background, I should say. So it was a little bit hard for me to understand, but I got the concept, and it's very interesting and exciting. So this is a project that does fill me with excitement. I am going to be holding this long term. This is not a trade for me, this project. This is something that I'm going to buy and accumulate over time. I'm still working out whether I want to get it on a monthly, weekly, what kind of a DCAing I want to do into this, but this is going to be something that I accumulate just because I think if they achieve what they're setting out to do, this is going to be huge. It's going to be in the tens, potentially one day hundreds, and I'm talking years and years down the line, if they achieve what they want, potentially hundreds of billions, but tens of billions. I think if cryptocurrency gets adopted in the way that I think it's going to, that's a future that you're looking at. And with it only being at a $528 million market cap, there's a lot of room for growth there. But for me, it's not a trade, it's a long-term hold. I've got many cryptos out there that I'll be trading and getting out of towards the end of the year. Coti isn't that for me. Coti is something that I'm happy to hold. I think they're very impressive. I love the use case. Same reason I hold XRP and Stellar Lumens is because they're really going after sort of similar market. There are differences there. XRP and Stellar are more remittances. They're not really. I suppose Stellar maybe is a little bit more similar, but Coti's really that extra layer. They're like that bridge to everything that's connecting users to merchants and merchants to banks and DeFi to RealFi, and it's very interesting. So they obviously have received a bit of a pump. This really started before the Cardano Summit, so you do have people that would have known about the announcement early, that would have got in early. That's how markets and insiders work. They'll buy knowing that the price is going to go up based on an announcement. The announcement's obviously had a good effect. I may wait for a bit of a pullback, to be honest. May not come, but I'm happy to wait, and if it doesn't come, I'll accumulate at a kind of higher price. You've got Coti Pay here. Quick explanation. Coti Pay can process all payment types, both online and offline, including cryptos and stablecoin, credit cards, and even a merchant native coin. It also has built-in financing with interest earned and deposits and business loans. So great project. Something I'm excited about. It really comes down to adoption now. Do they get adopted? We're already seeing them get adopted by Cardano. And Forbes, I think, spoke about these guys in 2018. They've been about since 2017, so they've been about, and they survived, which is the main thing. They survived the 2017 bear market, or 2018 bear market. So they survived the winter and they're still here. That's a promising sign. And they're now kind of resurfacing in a big way. So I'm impressed, is the truth. I hope you guys are as well. I hope this video has kind of give you an understanding of what they really are, because like I say, many people just completely aped into this coin based on the Cardano news, based on the hype, and don't really understand what it is. But it's far more than a Cardano coin, I guess, or a Cardano payment system, or a stablecoin issuer. If these guys achieve what they've set out to achieve, they're going to be huge. Now, there's a lot riding on that. I've been in many projects that have promised a lot, like EOS, for example, years ago. Or Tron, or all these other coins. I know they're different, but they just under-deliver. So the fact that this coin has already got the partnerships that they've got, and they've got a real good backing as well. They've got backing by the same guy that invested early in Coinbase, Binance, a number of big exchanges that have done very well in crypto projects, and the team is pretty impressive. They've got a good amount of experience. Former HSBC internal auditor. I'm impressed, guys. IBM, former head of research. I'm impressed. And I think potentially you should be as well. Investors and advisors, got some serious backing. This is a project that I like. They are venturing into NFTs. I'm not really bothered with that. I don't really like NFTs. I think that there may be a fad that's going to die out in years to come. I think they do have a real use case in terms of Anyway, we're getting way off topic, but that's really all I have for you in this video, guys. I hope this has put a bit of a fire in your bellies for Coti. They are an exceptionally impressive blockchain. I'm not going to be aping in just yet. I'm going to be waiting for a pullback, whatever that looks like, even if it comes at a higher price. But this is a project that I can see having real growth over time, and that's kind of what the charts are showing us. This is a baby chart. It looks like an early Chainlink to me. It's got that similarity, and it's kind of boom and bust and very volatile being as early as it is. That will, of course, get ironed out with the higher market cap that it has. And there are only going to be 2 billion coins in existence, so relatively low, not the lowest, and 868 million of those already out. So another half of the inflation rate to come. I've not really looked at the what kind of a distribution model they've got, but we'll cover that in another video. This was just a basic to give you a good understanding of what it is. Please correct me if I'm wrong. I do believe they're their own blockchain, and Coti is a project built on top of that to tackle this specific use case, but let me know if I'm wrong, guys. And of course, the DGen news is absolutely huge, and DGen is going to play a big role in the Cardano ecosystem, which we're yet to see blossom. So bullish on Cardano, bullish on Coti, bullish on blockchain. That's all I have for you in the video, guys. I'm going to love and leave you on that note. Have a fantastic Tuesday, everybody. Thanks a lot for watching.